We believe that education is transformative. We believe it builds bridges out of poverty for individuals and transforms communities into those that can contribute to a mature democratic society. So the transformation occurs for both the individual, their family, and also for the communities that they live in. And Murdoch University wants to be a university that is surrounded by healthy communities that engage actively in the economy, that engage actively in the country. And it's from that tradition that we believe the work that Murdoch University, in partnership with the Pacific Institute and Rockingham Senior High School, is doing through the Px2 program is making a difference.
We're about to take you on a journey, guys, over the time and period that you were here. It's a concept called Px2. You're the first of Australia that's going to go through it. What we're about to do over the next 5 days is give you the skills, the tools and the knowledge to control that little voice that's in your head. The little voice that when you look in the mirror, what do you see? What do you say to yourself?
The aim of the program was to get young people to think outside that square in terms of those that wouldn't normally consider somewhere like university as a choice when leaving school, to actually think, hold on a minute, I can do this. This is realistic for me. To understand that when family are, we don't go to university, how do we challenge that? How do we turn around and say, well, actually I can? And Murdoch, with the Pacific Institute, came up with a unique notion of another way of how to use Px2 to get young people to aspire, to understand their true potential, to look at some of these challenges that is faced with them, to get them to really think about what it is you want as opposed to what it is you need to do.
We tell ourselves how to think based on what other people tell us, but more importantly, what we tell ourselves.
Ask the question, who do you listen to? A lot of people, a lot of people constantly bombarding you. My father would say to us as kids, you're good for nothing. You're good for nothing. So, all right, you're good for nothing. So you grow up having no goal or purpose, so then you start following other people's goals.
Px2 delivers the right messages to the students, but more importantly, it gives them a practical toolkit that they can apply and take control of their own destiny. That's particularly important for students in terms of self-motivation and positive self-talk, and we believe will set these students up to success wherever they go.
This is where you guys have a great advantage with Px2, is that it teaches you about how your mind is made up, who you listen to, and how your mind works.
Some of the big things I learned is to really believe in myself, and if I do believe in myself, then I can do whatever I want.
Px2 gives young people the skills, the tools, the knowledge to have the ability to respond to all various different scenarios or situations that is presented to you.
I want to. I don't have to, I want to change my attitude. I want to change my habit. Sometimes those attitudes and habits hold us back from getting what it is that we want.
Px2 has definitely helped our students develop the self-belief that they can achieve what they want to achieve. And if university is where they're headed, then they know now that they have the ability to get there. They know how to set their own goals. They know how to have a positive mindset, and that positive mindset will take them wherever they want to go.
As you've heard, my name's Dave Macy. I'm actually a professor in animal physiology. That's how animals work. I've had a great life in science. I've worked all over the world, actually in 4 continents if I think about it in detail. We've just gone through a lecture on life and the universe, and we've touched on all sorts of things, but everything that we've touched on in that lecture, you can do here. So what interested you? What made you think a bit more, a bit deeper about what I've been talking about? Can you imagine yourself in a career using some of the areas that we've been talking about? Can that career be yours? Of course it can be. We can teach you in all of these different areas. So I challenge you. In 2 years' time, when you get to the end of year 12, I challenge you to double the numbers of Rockingham Senior High School students coming to Murdoch University. We want you here. We've got a place for you here. It's great fun.
As an adult, I've done many courses, paid lots of money for things like this. The opportunity these kids have had over these last few weeks to learn all this stuff in this environment, I think is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Because if you don't know where you're going, if you do not have your own vision, your own aspiration, you will lead or follow somebody else's.
Some of the concepts in the Px2 for me were quite powerful. I noticed in the first session that the kids went to, they were a little bit quiet, not sure what to expect and taking some stuff in. Second session, they were pretty vocal. By the third session, I think these kids really started to get what's happening. In fact, I had an opportunity to talk to some of them at the end of the third session, and these kids were engaging me with some of the concept of Px2, and I thought, wow, you know, this really has impacted on them. So they were getting some of the things that were coming across at Px2, so that was pretty powerful.
It made sense. Like, it was put in a way that you can understand.
Don't put yourself down all the time. And yeah, have fun with life.
Research suggests that high school students who haven't had exposure to higher education, either via their family or via the community in general, are less likely to choose university entry as an option. They're more likely to look at vocational education or go straight to work. It's just what they know. They don't see any options past what they see in their immediate surrounds.
There's many young people out there, that certainly that I've come into contact with, that they actually don't know what they want to do when they leave school. And what they verbalise is often what they've heard through their mothers and their fathers in terms of their aspiration, you know. When in actual fact, that's not what they want to do. What they actually want to do is create their own destiny, their own path.
The great thing we've been able to do here is to bring students on campus and give them that unique university experience, and at the same time teach them concepts that support building self-belief and empowering themselves to achieve their full potential. That's where the partnership of Rockingham Senior High, the Pacific Institute through their Px2 program, and Murdoch University really adds value.
I think it was really good to learn about the whole goal setting stuff.
I said about the whole self-esteem and learning to be comfortable with yourself.
Opened up my opportunities and the way I see life.
Great start to next year.
I'm really proud of the leadership that's being demonstrated through the partnership with the Pacific Institute, Murdoch University and Rockingham Senior High School. This innovative program is the first in Australia of its kind, and I'm delighted to be part of it.